today is the big day of telling you our top 10
mistakes.
Yes, our
oopsies.
Oopsies, not mistakes. Our oopsies, because poop don't roll uphill.
Stay tuned.
Yep, shit happens.
Hey guys, welcome back to Camper Vibes. I know some of you have asked to see the trailer tour. Well, we're not going to show you today. However, we're shooting from inside. This is the living room couch area.
Welcome to our tiny couch.
It's kind of a rainy morning, so we had to shoot inside. But yeah, we'll show you a tour coming up.
Now, if any of you have had any oopsies like we've had, give us a thumbs up in the comments below, or leave a comment of any other oopsies that you may have encountered, because we would like to know what some of your oopsies have been.
So without further ado, let's get the top 10 started. So I think our number one is our most recent, and that was on our way back to Minnesota from Nevada when we had to stop to get gas and broke the back window. That's a shot to the pride because we had made it all year long, traveling, thousands of miles without any issues, and we're 4 hours from home, and boom.
That boom, crash.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a boom. But yeah.
Startled Lola out of her seat. She was scared to death.
Yeah, but it is what it is. It's a learning experience. You get complacent when you're driving and you let your guard down, and that's when this stuff happens. So note to self, always check your turning radius.
So number two is not really an oopsie, but more just a little advice. I think it would have to be staying too long in one place. We had ended up in Pahrump, Nevada. If you've never seen any of our other videos, we ended up there for 6 months due to waiting for some friends of ours, and we ended up working just to kind of pass some time by, and we ended up staying there way too long. We were kind of getting depressed because there wasn't much to see in Pahrump. There was Death Valley nearby in Las Vegas, of course, but everything was shut down at the time, so it really started to make our moods, kind of crabby and irritated with everything.
And I think it wasn't oopsie, but it was also a good learning experience because it was our first work camping experience, and we got to learn some things that way. And the COVID, it was out of our control, so we couldn't really do what we wanted to do. But yeah, it wasn't oopsie for us. But there's some people that want to stay in spots for 6 months, like we've discussed. For us, that's not our ultimate goal. So now this third one has been kind of an all-encompassing issue we've had the whole year, from when we were supposed to leave until we got back. And that was oopsie number 3, not sticking to our plans.
From the very beginning.
So we had originally wanted to leave, I think it was like the beginning of September. We ended up not leaving until the end of September, which changed our whole route of where we wanted to go and what we wanted to do. And then, of course, sticking to a plan of staying in New Mexico for a month. We ended up only staying for 2 weeks, and you know, so it's really been the whole time of our plans are changing.
Right, and all of this lifestyle gives you more opportunity to be more spontaneous. You still have to kind of stick with the plan, because if you don't plan stuff, you don't know what the hell's going to happen.
And you might not have a place to stay. So, you know, sticking with the plan is important, but you also do have the freedom to kind of choose which plan you want to follow. But yeah, we were really bad at that this year.
We had like maybe picked a place a week prior to leaving, because we just had no idea where we wanted to start, and ultimately we ended up choosing New Mexico, which then we did a lot of crisscrossing back and forth. We just ended up going across the U.S. like chickens with their heads cut off.
So speaking of not sticking to the plans, it leads us to number 4, and that was our plan at the very beginning of choosing this lifestyle was to have a travel trailer and a truck that was completely paid for and
being debt-free.
Debt-free, and then looking at fifth wheels. And we kind of mentioned this in our last video, but we're going to mention it again because it was a huge oopsie.
Yep.
It kind of threw everything that we wanted to accomplish this first year into loops.
Yep.
So when you decide to do this lifestyle full-time, think of how you want to live the lifestyle, whether you want a big RV to stay at one place for, you know, a longer time period. But let me tell you, the smaller the RV, Class A, Class C, travel trailer, the more places you can get to and the quicker you can get there.
And I'm sure a lot of you know that are already RVing or anything, but this is more for the new ones that have no clue of this lifestyle whatsoever.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a learning experience, and we've learned the expensive way, of course, but
because we were trying to do all of this on a budget. We had our prices set in mind for our truck and trailer, and then after we went and toured the fifth wheels, we totally got sidetracked and
didn't stick to our plan.
Yep. There you go, that's us. We're good at that.
Yep. But it's a learning experience. We're happy we did it because now we know and we can share it with you guys. So now along these same lines again, which leads us to oopsie number 5 in my pink pen, is spending the money too quick and on something bigger than we wanted to. Ultimately, our goal was to have a travel trailer and a truck and get it solar ready so we could boondock and do a whole bunch of off-grid camping.
Yep, that was our plan.
Well, when Michelle toured a fifth wheel and fell in love with the bigger space, you got to spend more money on that, and then you don't have that money that you wanted for solar and all that kind of stuff. So, you know,
my husband, being so nice that he is, tried to get me what I wanted.
They say happy wife, happy life.
You should have listened.
And completely wrong. As our good friend says, she's got a champagne taste on a beer wallet.
I do.
But yeah, so when you're planning your budget, stick to the plan, you know.
As best as you can.
Yep. Try not to, as we've said before, go tour things that are out of your price range or out of what you want to spend. Just decide the lifestyle you want to live and go from there.
Yep.
And that actually leads us to number 6, which we're both guilty of. I'm not going to place any blame on her. The first 6 months out on the road, it was all vacation. We treated it way too much like a vacation, and then you end up spending way too much money.
Well, we sort of wanted to do that because for the first time in our marriage, 18 years together, we never were able...
20 years together, 18 years married.
20 years together, we never were able to just go spend what we wanted. We were always pretty good about keeping a budget at home, watching what we spend. So we just wanted to have fun. We didn't want to worry about bills. We didn't want to worry about money. We didn't want to worry about how much this costs compared to this thing. We just bought whatever. So we had a little too much fun.
And then you go through a little bit too much money. And when you're living this kind of lifestyle, and money is kind of a key thing to have. So, and when you can't boondock because we spent money on a fifth wheel versus a travel trailer, so we didn't get solar. I mean, see how it just all kind of snowballs
Yep.
into one thing?
That's why we were at campgrounds more.
Yep, and that's, you know, what, these are all separate oopsies we made, but they all come back to the big, you know, picture. So, you know, just stick with the plan. Don't spend all your money.
So we should call this actually stick to your plans,
Yeah.
not oopsies. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, oopsies works. Along with the boondocking comes our number 7
Sure,
oopsie.
sure.
Probably the most expensive oopsie. Well, actually not, because insurance ended up covering it, but getting stuck beach boondocking. I
Boy,
think
that was an experience in itself.
we had really good intentions and, you know, wanted to give a memory to the kids by being able to camp on the beach. Well, we gave them a different kind of memory of
Being scared for their life.
almost getting swept away into the ocean.
Losing our home, our brand new home.
Yeah, so I think that was a big oopsie, a big learning experience oopsie. Luckily, we did have a backup plan.
Well, we went into that knowing that we didn't have any type of tools to get us out if we got stuck. So we knew that that was always a possibility, but we didn't care. We're like, go for it, whatever.
Who doesn't love the beach and camping on the beach and falling asleep here in the ocean and waking up seeing the ocean? That was our ultimate goal.
We can link that video up above if you want to go check it out. You can hear us kind of going crazy a little bit.
It was just a little bit of a nightmare, but you know, it was a learning experience, and the kids do have a memory now.
It was fun. I mean, we would have succeeded, it would have been a great time.
Yeah.
And we plan on finding more beach boondocking spots in the future, and now that we're smaller, we'll probably be a little more successful with it.
And we know we really want to get down by the Padre Islands, but if you have any other beach boondocking places, please leave those in the comments below.
That you know you don't get stuck on.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
Perfect. So now oopsie number 8. Now I think this is a big oopsie. Super big oopsie. Michelle, not so much. Because we added 4 animals to the mix.
Yeah, let me see Bear. Isn't one of them? This is Bear. Oh, we'll show you. Garfield. Don't wake the other 2.
Yeah, let them sleep, please.
Yeah, they're sleeping really cute.
But, oh, Garfield just goes and lays back down. But yes, 4 new cats to the mix. I know people have said get rid of the cats. But how can you get rid of that?
I know, it's so cute.
No, actually, for a little story, because we don't need to have a whole video on what we tried to do with the cats, but you know, we found the cats down in Pahrump. Everything was closed down. It was right at the start of the COVID explosion, so we got stuck with them. We came back up to Minnesota. They made the trip up here with us. We thought it would be wise to go to the Humane Society and drop them off now, and
Which we did.
yep, and have them find their forever homes. So we did that, and then 4 days of this one being extremely depressed, moping around, and not wanting to do anything.
I got a little attached to them.
I gave in, and we went and got them back.
Yeah.
So they've been fixed. Their shots. They've been microchipped.
That was so expensive too.
Yeah, we got it all paid for and everything like that. So now there are 4 cats. Some family might keep 2 of them before we leave. We're not sure, but
I just wanted them all back. They each had their own cute personalities and something, so I just couldn't bear to let any of them go.
and it was, you know, it was truthfully, for having them for 3 months or 2 months, whatever it was, you do get a little attached to the
Critters.
pieces of.
So that's gonna become a very complicated situation, I think, when we're out traveling, because I do want to go outside. They're not so bad now, because before when we had them, we were letting them out a little bit. That was Papa. we were letting them out, you know, just to have a little fun. But now that they were at the Humane Society, they kind of forgot about it, so I'm trying not to let them outside right now. But, you know, I'm sure it will get complicated, but we'll figure it out.
Yep. And now Michelle's got jobs every day, multiple times a day, of cleaning a litter box and all that kind of fun stuff. But
I do a lot now.
But, you know, like I said at the beginning, happy wife, happy life. So now for number 9, and we have not covered this at all since it's happened, I don't think.
What is it?
Our title,
Oh, yes.
Poop Doesn't Roll Uphill. Check out this clip.
Yep, shit happens. Trying to connect a hose so we can flush our tank, and it came unattached.
Hold on, come here.
Well, I know that's not my crap because I don't take full ones like that.
So as you can tell from that clip, that was a bad situation and a complete newbie mistake.
Completely.
Which I say is my only big
I
number
wouldn't call it a
one.
mistake, I just call it stupidity.
Thanks. You know, we were staying with some friends of ours down in Hico, Texas, and
Hi,
they were,
Dan and Jenny, we love you.
yep, they were super nice to let us stay in their land. Well, they were at work when we arrived, so we kind of just parked where we thought we should park. Well, the sewer hose was, or the sewer outlet, the septic thing, was further up the hill, as you can tell. And so instead of moving everything for the remaining time we were there, we thought we'd just see if we could make it stretch. And it was only a hill about that much, but that was enough in the probably 40 feet.
Everything came out of there. It was disgusting.
And it was right by the steps.
Gross.
So we ended up having to move the trailer anyways. We backed and hooked up back on, all that kind of fun stuff. And sprayed down so it didn't stink too bad.
Yeah, so if you're new, don't stretch your stinky slinky beyond its capacity because you can have an explosion of poop and pee and just who God knows what.
Yeah, so if you do have any black tank stories, please leave those in the comments below. Those are absolutely amazing to read. And
yeah, hilarious.
some of the stuff, like that movie RB,
Yep.
where he's holding the things up.
Yeah.
That was our poo experience. So now this is number 10, and it's not really an oopsie, but it's kind of an oopsie. It's a learning thing as we go, and it is traveling with teens and some of the difficulties associated with that. As I think Michelle said, when you're traveling with little kids, you tell them what to do and they listen.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing, You're able to bring them places that they probably, they don't have a decision, or they don't have a deciding factor of what you're doing.
Yeah. With teens, they know what they enjoy, they know what they hate, they don't like hiking, they only want to do so much hiking. Getting stuck in a town like Pahrump where there's not a lot of teen things to do gets boring. So I think
it makes for a lot of fights in the camper.
Yeah, and stuck in a small space. I think it's important to, if you are going to travel with teens, value their input. Keep them included in your plans. And
because Maddie, especially, she's having a hard time coping because she misses dance, she misses her friends, and she wants to continue those things as well as we want to continue this lifestyle. So we're really at kind of a, what do we do?
Yeah, we know we want to stay in this lifestyle. We know we don't want, but we also know we want her to have fun. And so trying to find ways to compromise. I mean, Brady's kind of easy. Mason's with us for possibly the summer, maybe a little longer, we'll see. But, it's kind of easier to compromise with boys, I think, than it is girls.
Right.
Because girls get attached to things a lot more easy.
So yeah, that's what we thought. We'd go into this lifestyle and we thought, oh my God, the kids are gonna have so much fun doing this and that. Well, realistically, unless you're rich and you're a millionaire, you can't do everything like that unless you're out doing free things in nature and seeing free things. But that can only go so far with them.
Yeah,
And
it's, I mean, you know, hiking, like, you know, Madison likes to hike. You've seen her in a lot of the videos of us hiking. She doesn't mind it. Brady hates it.
He'll do it, but
He'll do it occasionally.
He'll grumble the whole time.
If we fight with him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, things like that. Those are the free things that we want to do and experience.
But the teenagers, they could care less what beauty is.
They want to go to the
Trampoline park.
Yeah, and the amusement parks and that kind of stuff. Well, you can't afford to do everything like that all the time. So, you know, keep the teens included in the plans. And if you start off early when they're young kids, they won't know any different. So, but yeah, so that's number 10. That's our top 10 oopsies in our first year of RV living. So as always, we've got busy weeks planned. We've been doing some help with some family and friends. We got a fun adventure planned. So we will keep you updated on everything. We'll try to get a trailer tour here shortly, but like we said, Mason came up, he's living with us, so things are a little messy. But so anyways, one day I might put the GoPro up in the corner and just film the tight quarters and the fighting and the nitpicking and all that kind of stuff that goes on. Maybe on another rainy day when we're all trapped inside. That'd be some good YouTube footage. But
you don't really want to see our real footage. Brady's got lots of videos of us fighting. Maybe we'll do a video on us just fighting.
Yeah. You do start to fight when you're stuck together 24/7, 365, but that's okay.
Well, as always, if you guys like this channel, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss another video of us crazy newbies on the road. Actually, when are you considered not newbies? Do you know? Can you let us know in the comments?
Yeah, when is newbie term too long?
Yeah.
After a year, 2 years, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, yep, make sure you guys subscribe.
Thanks.
We'll talk to you later. Oh.
Hurry up, let's finish. We gotta get going. Things that we've encountered and sorry, I kind of stuttered. Just grab my hat.
'Cause